Friday Night Hoops takes over your eyeballs and eardrums with a live and free presentation of KMAC. Coming your way tonight from Cardington, where the Pirates are going to look to make it 2 in a row against two-time defending league champion Centerburg, and you can only find it right here on the OH Report, wherever internet can be found. And it's all coming up next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
I got 2 feet on the ground, head flying in the clouds. It's just the little things, all of the little things. Hands up in the sky, it's all gonna be alright. It's just the little things, all of the little things. Oh, 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 oh. Love the little things, love the little things.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the pirate ship for the OhioMeansJobs pregame show. I'm Brian Skowronski alongside the great Mark Bollinger, and hey man, we got a pivotal game here tonight in the KMAC. We got Centerburg, the two-time defending champ. They need a win to stay in the race, and then on the other side, the Pirates coming off a win. Might have some confidence here, Mark.
Coming off a win, and it's a young group that's continuing to grow and get better. We're going to see if the Pirates can continue to grow up tonight and get win number 2 in a row.
Let's begin first by talking a little bit more about Centerburg and their season so far up to this point. Putting together a nice streak here in the second back half of January. As you see their last 3 games, they kind of been kicking the crap out of the competition, to put it mildly.
They have been impressive of late. They're another squad that's coming together at the right time, starting to play their best basketball as we get into late January, early February, trending in the right way as they finish out the KMAC season and start looking at tournament time.
And one guy that you can always rely on if you're Coach John Marhevka. How about Colton Martin in the season he's put together as a senior? He's second in the KMAC in 2 different categories, and he's just one of those guys. He has a presence when he's on the floor. He can score inside, outside. His range is ridiculous. It probably makes Coach smile a lot.
It's nice to have a guy like that who can do it in all facets of the game. The great thing about Colton Martin is not only does he score and rebound, but like you said, he makes everybody around him so much better. When he is on the floor, he is a calming presence, and as Martin goes, so go the Trojans.
And they've been going pretty well so far, as mentioned, winners in each of their last 3 games. But hold the phones, because on the other side, of course, we've got the home team that's checking in off of a victory and a much-needed one, Mark. It took them overtime to actually knock off East Knox, but it had been some rough sledding before that, so sometimes that's all you need is just that winning formula one time, and you might turn a corner.
Well, especially with a young group, and that's exactly what you have with Cardington. A lot of underclassmen getting a lot of minutes this year, and the struggles were real. Lost 10 in a row.
Yeah.
Took a little extra time, but that overtime win, maybe the springboard they needed for this young group to get some confidence and come out here tonight and play one of the top teams in the KMAC. We'll see if they can make it competitive tonight.
And for them kind of leading the way so far this season, they've had a few guys stepping up at different times, but how about the sophomore, A.J. Brim? I would liken him kind of like a burger with all the fixings, okay? So he's got the beef with the scoring. He brings almost 10 points per game, but then he's got some of the toppings too with the little extras that he brings, but the special sauce for him, Mark, he's just a sophomore, so still developing.
He's a young player who's played really well so far this year, and as you said, he's been so critical to the success of the Pirates as they've grown here as the season went on. He is a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands a lot tonight.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to seeing him play in front of the home fans here, as we're going to honor America now.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, beautiful rendition there of our nation's song, courtesy of one of the cheerleaders. So big shout out to her for putting on a performance. And who's going to put on a show here tonight? We are just seconds away from finding out. But according to us, here is what is going to decide tonight's contest as we will dive into our keys to the game. We'll begin first with the visiting Trojans here, Mark.
So the keys tonight for Centerburg, of course, they're still trying to stay in the hunt for a KMAC title. And for them, coming against a Cardington team that has struggled, as we talked about, take care of the basketball. Come down, run good stuff, make sure you get some good looks. Don't let a Cardington team that has struggled offensively create turnovers and score in transition.
And I put down defend your honor just because this is your conference. You've been running the show here the last couple of seasons, so you're on the road, but you're against a struggling team. Yeah, they're coming off of a win, but you beat them in the first occasion. You haven't lost to them in a handful of years. This is your place to come in and win and stay within the race, I think, Mark. On the other side for the Pirates, what do you think gets it done for them here tonight at home?
Well, as we talked about, they're coming off a win, so they've got some confidence. So Cardington's coming in with confidence, but when you've watched this Cardington team, they don't have a true interior scorer. They get a lot of their baskets off of dribble drive, offensive rebounds, but to make that work and open things up, they've got to be able to knock down some shots from the perimeter. So we're going to watch to see if Cardington can get those open looks and knock down the triples tonight, and if so, they stay in the ball game against a very good Centerburg squad.
And just don't sink the ship. What does that mean? No careless turnovers that would lead to some easy buckets for Centerburg. They get enough of them on their own. You don't got to help them out, so just take care of the basketball. It's precious. Hang on to that rock. Like you said, if you can knock down those perimeter threes, it can be such a difference maker for them.
Self-inflicted wounds have been something that Cardington has struggled with. The unforced turnovers, the bad shot selection. We'll see if they can clean it up tonight and keep the ship righted, going in the right direction.
Meet the starting lineups for both units. Here now are the Cardington Pirates being announced. Journey Williamson in the middle. Have A.J. Hall and Brem, along with Kalen Briggs and Crockett surrounding him. So as you mentioned, that's a lot of young talent out there, Mark. A
lot of young talent. They've definitely, grown up as the years went on. They went through a lot of growing pains. When you play this many underclassmen, especially in the KMAC, you're going to be having some struggles night in and night out. And so they get that experience. They've been up and down. It's been a roller coaster, but hopefully they're trending in the right direction, and that trajectory keeps going up for the Pirates.
And for Centerburg, a lot of young players out on the floor as well. Got quite a few sophomores that are going to be in the mix, so you got to expect your big guns and your senior leaders like Martin to step in and be a big difference maker, as the opening tip is won here by the Trojans, and they will have the basketball first as we wrap up our OhioMeansJobs pregame, and we are into first quarter action.
Right away, Centerburg's going to open up. Open post offense, gets it reversed, gets a good look from three.
Somehow wouldn't fall, but battling inside. A couple of offensive rebounds created here by the Trojans.
Cardington's being real active to start this game defensively, getting up and getting after the basketball.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I do love the energy that they're playing with here early on here on the perimeter, as that one's lobbed backdoor. And I think we're going to get a foul on the floor here against the Pirates.
Going to call a foul. Cardington saw the lob taking place, turned and got a check on the body. But, yeah, the bench energy. It's amazing, again, what one win can do for a young squad. Cardington so far coming out the bench, clapping it up. Guys trying to get into the game and lift their teammates to play just a little bit harder.
Here's Martin off the drive, left hand, and he's got it. First 2 points of the night.
Well, if you're going to stop him, you're going to have to get over there a little bit quicker, put the ball on the floor, and he quickly got to the basket and finished. Give the Trojans an early 2-0 lead.
Backdoor cut. Pass is on target, but they'll bring it back outside here. A.J. Brem now gets it into the hands of Briggs.
Part of the growing process. I saw them run that a couple times. The last time I saw them, and a couple turnovers, they didn't read the helper, so that one was a little bit more successful for the Pirates.
And an offensive foul is going to be the call here. Take another look on the BS Media replay, and it's going to go against Sewell.
Yeah, a lot of contact. The official decided that the offense initiated it, so he called the offensive foul, gives the ball back to Cardington.
Kalen Briggs, an exciting sophomore. Double team comes, and it's going to be deflected, and a turnover. Here comes Grayson Reynolds looking for the screen at the foul line. Likes to go to the cup, left hand, switches to the right, funnels out. But Centerburg doing a great job of crashing the boards. Yeah. Already a trio of offensive rebounds in the first 2 minutes.
Yep, 3 offensive rebounds. Nice kick out. Baseline drive, corner 3. Just won't go down.
This time Brem does secure the defensive board. Back the other way, hesitation move here by Crockett.
Pirates really like this 1-4 set with the wing ball screen. Instead, they try to go post entry and turn it over again.
And that's Jack Lawrence
good
going
take.
coast to coast. Offensive foul, the second one against Centerburg.
Well, Brim made the mistake on the other end, turning it over, but he hustled back, rectified the error by getting there and taking the charge. Nice play there by the sophomore.
So both fouls against Centerburg here in the first couple minutes of the offensive variety. As they look to get up full court man-to-man, make it tough on this young Cardington roster just to get into their offensive sets, and so far they've done a good job of that.
Just nothing there off that 1-4 high post entry. Made something out of it though. Good take by Williamson.
Yeah, pretty take, but so quickly back the other way. Take a second look though at that basket by Journey. Like the jump stop in between a couple defenders, and the nice soft kiss off the glass there,
Kiss
Mark.
off the glass. Nice job of splitting those 2 defenders. He's able to get up there and score, but Centerburg quickly responds. And Martin's going to get himself to the line for a pair.
Martin swishes the first. Great foul shooter. As we talked about in the pregame, averaging over 18 points per contest, second best in the KMAC.
He's just a tough guard. As you said in the pregame, he can score from the perimeter, he can score inside, and just he's a tough matchup for KMAC teams.
That was exactly what head coach Jason Rice told me. He came up, borrowed me a pen, and I asked, any tidbits or thoughts about tonight's game? And he just said, if we don't stop Martin, it may be a long night.
Have to respect the honesty.
So far, Colton's got all 4 of the Trojans' points. And here's a rip away. Trevin Harris. But right back at you, Journey Williamson comes in. As the three's on the way, a little bit too far. And Harris comes away with the rock. And the follow there by Martin, all 6 now.
Well, and the offensive rebounds have just been the story so far for Centerburg offensively. 4 offensive rebounds here in the first 3.5 minutes. Cardington's going to pull off the upset tonight. They can't give up second chance points.
And what a start here for Colton Martin. 2 baskets, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and just always in attack mode. He seems like he's under control though when he's making his way into the lane. That's what I really enjoy about watching his game. He's fast, he's direct, but at the same time, he's under control, Mark.
He's under control. He knows how to attack the basket and keep his body in a good position to score. One thing you notice about him is when he does attack the paint with that body control, very rarely will you see him commit a charge because he's so good at jump stopping or sidestepping and avoiding that help side defender. Real nice player when he attacks.
And here he is picking up full court man-to-man on breaks. Looking for some options. He'll initiate the offense through Hall. He's got a ball screen, goes baseline, double teamed. And off the kick out, here's Journey from 3, back iron.
Pirates got away with a push in the back. Couldn't capitalize on it though.
No look pass to the corner. Bombs away, Isaiah Sully from downtown.
Pretty easy when you can just catch and shoot, and that's exactly what he did. He had his feet set, just caught it and pulled the trigger, dropped the 3 ball.
Aggressive take, big answer there from A.J. Hall, and Cardington needed that one.
And Centerburg did a nice job of stepping over. They just didn't get there in time, and now a quick turnover, and here we go the other way.
Second look here at that last take by A.J. Hall. And Cardington, they're going to have to find a couple of guys that want to step up here in this game against Centerburg. And if not flirt with double figures, definitely secure themselves at least 10, 12 points if they want a chance to knock off these Trojans.
Yes, and the one thing I really like so far about Cardington is they're making mistakes, but they're aggressive mistakes. They're not being timid. They're in attack mode so far.
Journey definitely has been, and how about that turnaround?
Well, that's what's going to take if you're going to stay in this one. So the Pirates down 9-2 on a little 4-0 run here.
Reynolds cut off baseline as the help side was there. Now they'll work it back into his hands. Grayson from downtown, and he sends this one through.
And he stared down the student section, dropped the 3 ball and stares them down.
Right in front of the pirate ship. It's jersey night here tonight, I do believe. See a couple of Bengals jerseys, a Browns, Buckeyes, Cavs.
Centerburg really picking up the defensive pressure now. Active on the basketball.
It's a good-looking move by Brem to create some space. But the ball's going to be out of bounds. Last touched, they say, by the Pirates.
So impressed so far with the defensive effort off the ball by Centerburg. Every time the Pirates look like they have a driving lane, those help side defenders for Centerburg are getting there and they're in the right spot, hands up, not fouling, forcing the Pirates into tough shots. Real nice team defense so far by the Trojans.
Oh, they got the lob for Martin, who's going to get fouled.
Well, second time they've ran that play and thrown the lob, and both times Cardington's not recognized it in time and had to turn and foul him. Martin was still almost able to get it to go.
It's a deadly play right there. Not sure what they call it at Centerburg, but that was my personal favorite play as the point guard, to be able to lob it up high, give your guy with some athletic ability a chance to go up, make a show-stopping play, as Martin nearly did there. And a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And I'm with you, because those of us, like I guess you and I, who weren't athletic, we had to be the ones throwing it because we sure as heck couldn't jump and finish it.
Definitely not, Mark. Live vicariously through those other guys.
That's right.
And he remains perfect from the stripe. Lead swells out to 8 now.
The efficiency so far, Centerburg and Martin just doing a nice job getting the shots they want, being really, really picky and getting good shots and executing.
Gamble right there for Reynolds. It's going to leave a wide open shooter, and it's Crockett from downtown.
Big shot there. Talked about in the pregame. Pirates going to have to make some open threes, and they got that one to go.
So the senior puts home a big shot as we're down to 90 seconds remaining here in a fun opening frame. Friday night KMAC action on the OH.REPORT. Make sure you're dropping us some comments out there in Facebook and YouTube land so that you can become a part of the game too. We love to hear from you, make you a part of our fan zone, read a lot of your comments on the air tonight. As that's an excellent take baseline by Harrison. This kid from the start of the year to where he is now, man, he's really elevated his game.
His game has come on, and it showed right there. Great baseline take, soft finish, able to extend the lead back to 7.
There's Briggs with a sick crossover, sets up Journey! Kaboom!
Somebody's feeling it tonight. Journey Williamson.
So the sophomore having an excellent opening quarter so far. 7 of the 12 points so far for the Pirates. Oh, Martin halfway home, collected his own miss. Second try not there, and secured here by Williamson.
Look for the Spartans to hold it here. 25 seconds to go in the quarter, and they get the ball to start the second. Try to double up here.
Could be a crucial possession here for Cardington, as looked like Reynolds lost his footing a little bit. Student section let him know. Straight to the cup, up and under, pretty play. One possession game, heave at the horn is short. And after one period, what a game we got going on here. Centerburg on top by 2 as we're making our way to the second.
things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
One quarter in the books, and it was a dandy, folks. 16-14, Cardington was down by 8 points. They come storming back with the last 6 in the frame, and here we are to open up quarter number 2, and it's just a one-possession game. I'm Brian Skowronski. Mark Bollinger is joining me tonight. This is KMAC action at its finest, man. 2 rivals going toe-to-toe, and how about this sophomore? You want to talk about feeling the vibe. Woo, he has come alive.
There is energy in the house tonight. The Pirates are here to play, folks.
The answer at the other end, straight to the rack. Second time that we've seen that tonight from Harris.
Another good take. He likes that right baseline. Got there and finished again. As Trojans retake the lead.
Oh, great block. Almost knocked off the defender. Take a second look there at the other end, though. Quick hands almost took it away from Crockett. But Harris just too much. Great acceleration. And Centerburg actually did get the call there.
Did get the call. So we'll see if Cardington can sit down and get a stop here, if Centerburg can answer. Pirates playing with a lot of emotion. See if Centerburg can just execute and get something easy.
Excellent feed inside. Jack Lawrence coming through.
And that's a sign of a good basketball club right there. Cardington comes down, knocks down the early 3 to take the lead in the second quarter. Centerburg responds with back-to-back possessions with baskets.
Here's A.J. Hall. Been quiet so far. Couple points for him.
The ball's starting to stop a little bit here with the Pirates. Early, the ball was moving. Now the ball's getting stuck. Got to get the ball side to side against a good defensive team like Centerburg.
Do an on-ball screen here for Briggs. Draws a crowd.
Entire possession. Finally, the Pirates maybe going to get the ball to the left side of the floor. It's just been stuck on that right side. Those helpers haven't had to move at all.
And now here's Harris with the rip. He's got a 1-on-2 straight to the cup. And a timeout taken by Cardington.
Well, what an answer there by Centerburg. 6-0 run to answer the Pirates' early 3 in this quarter to kind of regain control here.
Here's Harris on that breakaway. Easy layup for him, and that was my key to victory for the Pirates tonight. You can't allow too many of those. Centerburg's too good in the half-court set. If they can get out and run and cash in some freebies like that, it's going to be a tough challenge, of course, for Lincoln to knock them off, though definitely playing with some inspired energy here in front of the home crowd. I like what we're seeing from them, and these sophomores. Caitlin Briggs does a nice job of handling the basketball. Obviously, Journey Williamson has been a star. Haven't seen a ton yet from A.J. Brem, but that's a nice little 3-pack of players in that sophomore class.
Well, they've got nice players to build around, and they're getting a lot of varsity experience, as we've talked about, and now it's a chance for them to show more in the growth process. They took the lead, had the emotion, the gym was getting loud. Centerburg responds with a 6-0 run. Now, what's Cardington going to do? Are they going to grow up here, come down and run a good set and execute, or are they going to turn it over or get a bad shot and allow that run to continue? Can they stop the run? That's the question.
Here's Sully defending on Briggs. He'll initiate the offense here from the elbow. Crockett turns and faces up. Quick play. Nice move.
Nice job. Well defended by Centerburg. They knew exactly what was coming. Crockett was just able to execute the play, get that one to go.
Gavin Crockett, the senior, now with 5 points. And the energy level picking up here at the defensive end. Big block shot. Crockett took it right out of the sky.
Waiting on the whistle on that one. I thought for sure they were going to call it. Even if he got it clean, it looked like a foul. And a lot of times it gets called, even if it's not.
So Lincoln looking for back-to-back buckets now.
Cardington again back that 1-4 set. We'll see if they go wing entry or go post entry. They got the switch they wanted on the ball screen.
Williamson came up short this time. And he's going to bump into Reynolds.
Well, he knew when it left his hands it was off. He shot it and ran after it and just a little bit out of control, fouled the rebounder.
So Grayson a little bit shaken up there. I think he got bumped in the kneecap. And sometimes those are tough to shake off, but after a couple of minutes, don't even think about it. So Grayson just going for a nice little walk. And the referees, I think correctly, giving them a little bit of time, kind of like an MMA fight when you get clawed in the eyeball or something where they let you regain your composure.
Yeah, he's got his hand taped up, his knees hurting. He's not coming out.
Yeah.
He's
These
tough.
Kids,
yeah,
warriors.
I'm going to play, coach.
Harris again to the rack. And he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, threw the elbow out there, the forearm extended to create some separation. You know, one of the things you like players to do is when you're attacking the basket, initiate the contact to keep them from blocking the shot. But you've got to be sure that you keep that arm in. He extended it. So nice job there by Cardington of getting the turnover and see if they can, again, cut into this lead.
The difference is 3 on our OhioMeansJobs Morrow County scoreboard. And if you're looking for work, make sure that you go down into our section here of the verbiage and click on their link. As that shot came up a little bit short for Briggs, and it'll be out of bounds back over to Centerburg.
A great move by Briggs. Did a good job of getting to the paint, landing on 2 feet. Good balance. Just couldn't get that shot to drop for him, but good take to the basket. You want to see more of that from him tonight.
Here's Martin with the screen. Reynolds goes the other side. Tough shot off balance. It lips out, and an offensive rebound by Lawrence. And he just sends it off the tippy toes right there.
6th offensive rebound of the night for Centerburg. Done a good job of getting to the glass. And the Pirates have done a good job of kind of taking Martin out of the game. He was real efficient early.
Sure.
And it's been a struggle of late for him to even get touches. Williamson's been defending him.
Solid execution leads to this. Lawrence, who buries the mid-range J.
Nice job. Lawrence had his feet set, ready to catch and shoot, and he was able to knock that one down. And again, the pressure from Centerburg. It's making Cardington work every possession.
Nice find by Hall, running baseline for the bucket there, A.J. Brem.
Well, interesting there. Cardington ran that elevator screen at the foul line, but they really didn't set a good one because they led it right into a ball screen. So I'm not sure if it was just bad execution or if that's the set they're trying to run.
Another block shot here from Gavin Crockett, his second in the frame. As Brem a little bit short, basically the same spot he just knocked down the jumper from on the last possession. Harris to the 10 and one opportunity.
Well, another good take by Harris. He likes driving with that right hand. And in that situation, Williamson should have been the helper to slide over there to stop that, but he's face guarding Martin, so he had his back turned, didn't see the drive coming right behind him. He's able to get in there and finish, try to get the three-point play.
The rebound comes long off the back iron, and we're going to get a foul. Martin going for the rebounds. That's going to be his second. And Colton, as you mentioned, he's been stuck on 8 points for about 8 minutes of gameplay now. So credit Cardington for doing a better job of not allowing him to get to his sweet spots.
Good take by Briggs.
Blew it, though, inside at point-blank range, so a chance here for Centerburg to get out and run, but Kalen making up for it. coming up with the theft back the other way. A lot of value in those hustle plays. Hall with the step through. He's good off the square, back down to a single possession game.
Well, Cardington's able to score, but I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Pirates. They're starting to go a lot of one-on-one with 4 guys just standing and watching. At times that can be effective, but Centerburg's too good. I don't think they're going to be able to do that on a consistent basis the rest of the night.
Meanwhile, Reynolds taking matters into his own hands.
Kind of forced that one up, but he got it to go.
So the lead bumped back up to 5 as we're approaching the 2-minute mark here before halftime. Good back and forth action here in this second stanza.
Now you start to see Centerburg changing up the defense. Whenever Cardington's thrown that ball to the high post, the elbow area in that 1-4 set, they're running the X, the crisscross. He's keeping it every time. That time, all of a sudden you see 5 Centerburg guys collapsing in there and digging on that basketball. Nice adjustment to that set that Cardington's been running.
Here's Hall on the attack. Another good-looking step through. He thought he got fouled. No whistle came. And so Harris tried to take it all the way and did. And it's going to be knocked out of his hands, out of bounds.
Good play there by Crockett. Quick hands, was able to get a piece of that one.
3 block shots for Gavin Crockett here in this second quarter alone.
Yeah, been real active tonight with his hands. Done a good job for the Pirates. See if he can execute in this ball screen.
It's a double ball screen here for Briggs. They leave Williamson all alone, and the hot hand stays in fuego. He buries another from outside.
They must have been listening to our keys of the game because Journey himself is answering it. Answering the bell tonight, knocks it down again. And the Pirates within 2.
Journey's got half of Cardington's points up to this juncture in the game as Martin misfires. And a loose ball foul is going to be called. Let's take another look. I mean, there's nobody within 4 feet of the guy, Mark. He's already knocked down 2 threes.
He's asking for a little respect, and he wasn't getting it. He's like, all right, no respect. I'll just drop another one on you.
The foul was the 6th against the Pirates, so that was their last to give. And Centerburg's going to hang on to possession here. Let's take a second look. Looked like Hall was the last to touch it, right in front of the Pirates bench.
Cardington has to be elated with the way the game has went so far. Now if they can just finish the half. For Centerburg here, good possession, extend the lead a little bit, go into halftime with a little bit of confidence. Look for something to Martin here as we end near the end of the first half.
Great action, foul line, elbow jumper. Nothing but net from Colton that time.
And exactly that. Martin came off a little curl cut from the left elbow. Cardington trailed it. He was able to catch and elevate. He gets that elevation. You're not going to stop that one.
Pirates could hold for the final shot here of the second quarter. We'll see. Down to 15 seconds and counting. Briggs with the kick out to the corner. Here's Hall. Big bounce. And now down to 2 seconds. This will count if it goes. And Reynolds just off target takes us to the end of 2. Fun action going down tonight at the Pirate Ship as Cardington playing tough against the 2-time defending champions. They trail it by 4 as both teams heading into the locker room to talk things over. We'll be back to talk to you about the first half action. Thank our sponsors. Share some stats, get you all set for half number 2. It's live and free high school basketball exclusively on the OH Report, your home for KMAC all winter long.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
It's halftime here at the Pirate Ship where Cardington giving the two-time defending league champs a game so far. 30-26, Centerburg leads it here on the road. But guess what, folks? We could not be bringing you this action live and free without the help of our generous sponsors. So we got to throw a big shout-out to OhioMeansJobs. Do you need a current job list, help with your resume, or practice interviewing? Morrow County OhioMeansJobs provides many services that can assist you. Stop in or you can give them a call at 419 946-8480. Also got to thank Park National Bank, where you mean more. Spherion Mid Ohio. Let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it to you fast. And by Frito-Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. And with Championship Sunday coming up, Mark, I mean, who doesn't want a little bit of Frito-Lay in their life? Let's be honest.
Absolutely. It's a great snack to have when you're watching all those games.
All right, so give me some quick impressions here as we saw both of these teams in that first half and what you liked from both opposing teams.
Well, first thing I loved was the energy in the building tonight. You know, it's a game coming in that on paper Cardington was a huge underdog.
Yeah.
But from the get-go, the energy from their bench, from their JV group, from their coaching staff, great job of coming out and being ready to play. And I think a lot of that comes from getting a little bit of confidence. Getting that win the other night was so big. So it started, I loved that from the Pirates. And then first half, wonderful job by Cardington taking care of the basketball. That has been an Achilles heel all season long, just unforced turnovers, bad decisions. But tonight, the Pirates in the first half, only 6 turnovers. Okay, one of the things that I noticed that they did I really liked was early in the game, Brim was handling the basketball a lot. Reynolds was matched up with him. Reynolds does a good job of guarding the basketball. The Pirates made the change. They gave Briggs the ball. He became the primary ball handler, moved Brim off the ball, still ran their same stuff, but seemed to get a little bit more of a flow going with Brim off of the ball and with Briggs handling it. So real nice job there in the first half by the Pirates. And then for Centerburg, Colton Martin came out 8 points early.
Yeah.
Went through a little bit of struggle there where they just didn't get him the basketball. So in the second half, I looked for them to maybe run some more stuff directed solely at him. And with Cardington face guarding him, look for a few adjustments. Look for some back screens to be set for him. You know, the defender's got his back turned, isn't going to see that screen coming, maybe some dribble handoffs. So I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments to find ways to get him the basketball and to free him up from that tough Cardington defense. But overall, outstanding first half of basketball, a lot of energy, great KMAC action so far tonight.
It's been a lot of fun, just the juice in the building. It's evident, you feel it, and that's why we've got a great game going so far, just a 4-point difference. And here are the stats, the numbers that have produced where we're at so far. Brought to you by OhioMeansJobs of Morrow County. And the field goals exactly identical, but 4 bombs for Cardington. And that's kind of what's keeping them in the mix.
It's keeping them in the mix, you know, and it's time for us to take a Journey, because Journey has been the man. The man, you know, it's not the destination, it's the journey. And tonight, Journey Williamson is proving it. Open threes, he got the first one to go, and you could just see the confidence being exuded from him. And then every time after that he caught it, he was looking to pull the trigger. He dropped them in, and those 4 threes have been big in keeping Cardington in this ball game.
Just a small-town boy.
Small-town boy.
Making it happen here,
You can
Journey.
sing it. I'm not going to.
I'll let my wife do that.
Okay,
That's
okay.
definitely her track. Don't want to hear me sing over these airwaves. And then 4 or 5 foul shooting for the Trojans. No attempts on the other end for the Pirates, so I thought that they were aggressive getting into the lane at times, but you'd like to see that number come up just a skosh here in the second half.
Well, and again, you know, you hate to keep beating on the same point over and over, but this is a young Cardington team, and a lot of times they just don't understand yet, don't have the experience yet to when they get into the paint to initiate that contact. So if they do miss it, they're going to get the call from the official because there was contact. It's part of the growing process, but they're doing a real good job of getting to the paint, just not drawing the foul.
A quick trivia question for you, Mark, and then we'll let it marinate a little bit for the fans out there who are watching live and free. When was the last time the Cardington defeated Centerburg in boys basketball? So I'll let you think on that as we're getting the third quarter about ready to start here.
That's a good one.
It's been a little while. I'll let you know that. So here we go with third quarter hoops inside of the Pirate ship. And Lincoln coming away with a theft. See if they can get some easy points. Just off target there as it ends with nada for A.J. Brem, but excellent job of stepping into the passing lane on the opening offensive possession for the Trojans.
And on that possession right here, we see Martin coming off the screen, wasn't able to get the look he wanted, but they tried to run something early for him. Pirates going to step out of bounds. Centerburg will maintain possession.
So Journey almost came up with the second straight takeaway for the Pirates here to open up quarter number 3. So a bit of a break for Centerburg. We'll see what they do with this extra gift of a possession. Harris a couple of toes inside the three-point line, going to back it out now. Gives it off to Reynolds here on the right side. Skip pass to the corner. And we've seen a lot of this from Harris attacking from that wing. Not this time, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans.
So Cardington defensively has come out and gotten a couple stops here to start the half. Exactly what they needed to do, and they did a real good job of not letting Martin get a look. Martin was on that backside, set a screen, then tried to post up, but they just couldn't get him that early touch.
So a full minute gone by here in the second half. No points yet. Briggs looking to change that as he attacks. And the offensive rebound poked out of the hands that time of McClure. And here's Sully to the other end quickly for the first two.
And that's just the difference. Briggs, the sophomore, great job of getting to the paint, laying on two, but just couldn't get the finish to go. Sully comes the other end, and he finds the bottom. Extend this lead up to 6.
Here's a sophomore, Journey Williamson, poked away by the senior Martin. Wow, awesome dribble to maintain possession as he sends it ahead. And that one just off the front of the rim for Grayson Reynolds.
Pirates were fortunate there.
Got to think he makes that 9.5 out of 10 times. Set up Journey with the up fake and the 3, not this time. And he comes charging in to knock it out of bounds.
Well, you're starting to see some of the things that have created a struggle for the Pirates all season long. Trying to run a double high ball screen, just didn't get to the screens, allowed that defender to slide through, and it just takes away the entire action that's taking place. You've got to get tight off of those screens. And it starts with setting him up off that dribble, getting that ball deeper, and then getting to your screen. Pirates have changed up defenses here. Going to the 1-3-1 trap.
And they've got the Trojans really spread out. This looks like the Carolina four corners from the 70s right now. Nobody in the lane for them.
Yeah, I'm waiting on somebody to get that high post area. Now they put Martin in there. They throw it there. They can attack 2 corner shooters. Instead, they'll take the wing 3 and drain it. Reynolds.
So Grayson Reynolds pushes his point total up to 8 on the evening, and big shot right there. Largest deficit of the night now for Cardington, who fought so hard in the first half to make this a game.
This is the danger zone for the Pirates. They have to answer or it's going to get away from them. Centerburg starting to pull away, possession by possession.
And it's going to be a jump ball. Take one more look at the other end. Grayson Reynolds, I mean, look at all the time. Casual dribble. If you're going to give him that much space, he's going to take it every time, and that's often going to be the result.
Yeah, just too easy. He's too good of a shooter to let alone, and Pirates didn't get a high hand, and Reynolds said, thank you very much. I will take that. We'll deposit 3 and go the other way.
Pirates with the possession arrow. They'll swing it. 3 for Hall, straight away, in and out. And a bump on the rebound there as McClure came flying in.
Good job by McClure there. Worked his way underneath the basket, a little bit of a bump as he was going up. The official made the call. Give the Pirates another chance here if they can get Williamson off of a screen. Thought they were going to run a down screen, see if they could get a corner look. There's an answer for Briggs.
Gorgeous move by the sophomore in the left-handed touch.
I like the way he plays. He likes to attack the paint. He's going to be a good one, folks.
His first points of the night, but he has definitely been the straw, mixing up the drink offensively. As that's a great look, backside by Reynolds.
Pretty play by Reynolds. As soon as that helper stepped over, he dropped a dime.
And Harris having a great offensive night. He's into double figures now with 10. Hall down on the block, turns, left shoulder. He's got 2.
Well, the possession started poorly for the Pirates. Bad spacing on the backside, but Hall makes up for it by making a great ball side cut. Was able to get there and finish with the left.
Back down to a 7-point game. Martin can't change it here. Trying to chase down his own miss, and it'll be a jump ball. Trojans will keep possession down here at this end. As take a second look at Colton Martin. Nice hustle play.
Good hustle play. Trojans ran a little set there, brought Colton to the near side block, was able to get a touch. He couldn't get it to go, but he's going to probably get one here.
So he'll do just that, pushing his point total up to 12.
Pirates have just been unable to get stops this half consistently.
Briggs straight to the cup.
He is quick on that first step. He's got a little shake to him.
Back to man-to-man defense. And we've seen Harris do that on a number of occasions on this evening. Get it on the wing, and the acceleration mark, no one's been able to keep up.
Yeah, it's just too easy. Straight line drive makes it hard for the helper to have time to get over there. And Pirates haven't done it.
What a hustle play there by Crockett. But it leads back into the hands of Harris. He switches it to the left. Misfired. Friends in low places, though. That's Colton Martin with an easy deuce.
I think we're going to get a timeout here. Got to stop the run.
That's exactly what we're going to have. Timeout taken by Jason Rice as he senses this thing starting to get away from him just a little bit. And these are the plays that you can't have. Martin under there. Offensive rebound in the putback. And they've had probably the easiest looks of the game so far in this third quarter, whereas in the first half, we really saw the Pirates getting after it defensively, high energy. They were making shots at the other end, combining the two forces, and just felt a little bit flat here.
It's been flat, and the defensive end has been the issue in the second half for the Pirates. Just way too easy. Centerburg's come out and 5 of 9 from the floor here in the third quarter, and just the looks they've gotten are not contested looks, and it's something the Pirates are going to have to get back to, is sitting down and guarding and making stops.
It's been an awesome performance so far for Colton Martin. Senior's got 14, perfect at the free throw line, and kind of expected. I mean, this is a dude that's been getting it done all season long. Had the 4 seniors that were starting a season ago, and Colton firmly was in the mix, but he's really grown into his own as being the leader this season with a lot of sophomores really playing around him. He's had to be the vocal leader of this team, and he's definitely getting it done with this play.
He has, and you know, every night he's getting the other team's best defender, and a lot of times even 2 defenders. So it's just something that he's continued to work on and gotten more people involved as the year went on. And now another mental mistake, moving screen, called the illegal screen, and it's going to be a turnover for the Pirates.
And they're going to check out Merrick McClure as he heads over to the bench. And Journey trying to keep his team fired up. I see him over there. He's talking to everyone, clapping his hands, letting them know there's still a long way to go, guys.
A lot of basketball to be played yet, but the body language has definitely changed for the Pirates.
Harris off the square, another finish in the lane.
I'm really surprised they've not just dared him to shoot it from the perimeter, because everything he's done tonight has been off the dribble drive. He loves to get the rack off the bounce, and he just continues to do it time and time again for Centerburg.
That's the latest example right there. Coming in straight on. Can Cardington find some juice offensively? It's been a struggle here in the third. Outside of Briggs, all 4 of his points coming in the frame.
Well, now Centerburg's just waiting on that ball screen because they know that Briggs has been rejecting it every time. That helper's sliding over, and he's able to get 2 feet outside the paint. So Cardington's going to have to go to their counter to that. You know, they run that set, but they have to have a counter off of that set, and they just haven't shown anything yet so far in this second half.
Foul's going to come on Colton Martin, who's going to head to the free throw line for a couple, and They just didn't want it to be showtime here. I don't blame them. Martin's had quite a number of electric dunks. Williamson, big swat there on the arm to make him earn it here from the charity stripe, and he's done that so far, 4 for 4.
Yep, good hard foul. Make sure Colton gets to the free throw line and makes them both. As you said, 4-4 on the night. And the hard foul paid off.
And the second offering from Martin is through the bottom, but it's not going to count. Lane violation against the Trojans, and maybe that'll be a break that sparks Cardington here a little bit, and see if they can get something done here at this other end.
Yeah, the Pirates are going to need an answer here in the next couple possessions. They don't have the firepower, I don't think, to really put together a big run, in a short amount of time. So they're going to have to chip away at it here, but start doing it soon because they're not going to score 10 points in a minute or two.
Been outscored 15-6 here in the third.
So much of that offense in the first half came from outside the three-point line. No threes yet this second half.
Two-man game here with Briggs. Spins out of it, sets it up. Hall from the corner, off target. Big rebound for Reynolds, but it's ripped right away by Garrison and leaves it off for Journey, adding to his point total.
Well, that was big. Centerburg had the ball, a chance to extend the lead even further. Hustle play results in a basket for the Pirates.
Trojans' intentions are to hold it for the final shot here of the third, as we're just 16 seconds away from that.
Straight isolation, 1-4, 1-3 low set. Reynolds says, I can put the ball on the floor and score too.
Knocks it down from the elbow. And now with 3 seconds left, can Cardington get something? Here's Journey off target, and we are headed to fourth quarter action. Centerburg creating a little bit of distance now with a 13-point cushion.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
It is money time here at the Pirate Ship. That's right, fourth quarter action starting right here and now. Cardington with the basketball, and they've got some work to do, trailing by 13 as we open up the fourth. I'm Brian. Mark Bollinger's with me, and a pretty play and a setup for Merrick McClure, fresh back into the contest. Exactly what the Pirates needed to kick off this fourth.
Good play design. They were running the backside double screen for the deep corner three. They slipped the screen, were able to get a layup, cut this lead to 11. The question is, can the Pirates get it done on the defensive end?
Ball tipped around, out to the corner, and Reynolds saves it back in the field of play, but it's to Journey. Off the take, a little bit of space created, and he sets it up. Hall from the corner. Would have been a big shot. Can't connect, though. And at least with the Trojans on the leak out. Grayson, little contact, no whistle, and out of bounds. Last touched by Centerburg.
Well, in that third quarter, Centerburg came out, shot 8 of 11 from the floor for 73%. Pirates just weren't getting it done on the defensive end. And then on the offensive end for Cardington, just the three-point struggles continue. Now 0 of 4 in the second half after going 4 of 8 in half number 1. Pirates are going to have to find the range if they're going to come back and win this one.
Harris flopped a little bit inside, but McClure couldn't capitalize. Back the other way, that one's too strong off the square. Trojans going to maintain possession, though. Reynolds brings it up top here. Martin, hesitation, lost the handle, and it's going to be out of bounds. Back to the Pirates.
Well, here's the chance for Cardington. Come out in the fourth quarter, couple stops in a row here. But can they cut into the lead on the offensive end? Centerburg's a couple unforced errors, some bad shots, weren't able to get them to finish. Pirates just hanging around, but they've got to make some plays here.
Williamson spins at the elbow, kicks it out. Hall has not made a three until now. Great timing.
Well, he struggled a little bit, but he just continued to shoot it, and that one finally found the bottom of the net, and the Pirates are back within 8.
Yeah, a really critical shot right there. Almost a theft at the other end.
Sometimes it's not how many you make, it's when you make them. Oh,
Harris,
big take.
And one opportunity. Huge answer here for Centerburg.
Well, Harris has been really good in that complementary scoring role for Centerburg tonight. You know Martin's going to score, but Harris has answered and stepped up as that number 2 scorer.
It's been the number 1 in terms of total points tallied so far in the contest, 16 for him. Can't convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Almost an offensive rebound and stick back. So the Pirates catch a bit of a break. Journey has to flip one up. 4th shot there.
Yeah, bad decision there. Forced it. Had an open shooter. Just could have found him. But Centerburg misses the easy one as well. Starting to get the pace going up and down a little bit now.
Lawrence with back-to-back misses. Keeping the door ajar here for Cardington as we're approaching 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play here in fourth quarter action. 10-point difference.
As good as Briggs is off the dribble, if he can just learn to take that ball deeper before he goes to the screen, he's going to be so much better. He's already hard to guard. If he can just get that corrected, he is going to be a handful.
Here he is working one-on-one with Sully. Now dishes off. Here's Journey from the wing. Came up short, chased down his own miss. And I think he's going to be whistled for the foul. It will be a loose ball foul here against Journey Williamson. Bumping into Sully, a lot of contact. And the 4th against the Pirates.
Yeah, in the first half, everything went well for him as far as shooting the basketball. It hasn't gone as well in this half, but again, a good hustle play. Give him all the credit in the world that he went after it and tried to get his team another possession, but now down 10. Can the Pirates get a stop? Centerburg looks like going to try to run some kind of ISO for Martin, bring him off the double. Instead of get picked.
Pocket is picked by Garrison, who lays it in at the other end.
Good play there by Garrison. Timed it up, picked it, and was able to go down and finish with the layup. Keeping the Pirates in it. Another stop, and we could get this place to erupt.
Martin calling for it, down on the block, and the pass off target, out of bounds.
Yeah, just a bad angle from the wing. One more dribble would have gotten them to an angle where they could have made the post entry, and if nothing else, that helper slides over, then a quick reversal, and you've got an open shooter. Just the little intricacies of the game. Difference between a turnover and a made basket.
Big possession here for Cardington-Lincoln, and they're going to get a clean look from downtown. Bottoms up.
Great job there by Briggs. Read the screen. They doubled it. Screen and pop. And that's another one, a turnover. So on this end, Briggs read the screen. Both defenders stayed with him. Crockett pops back on a pick and pop, catches, knocks it down. We go the other way, turnover, and all of a sudden the pirate ship's alive.
A personal 5-0 run for Crockett, who also had the steal to go in for the layup and was really intricate there in forcing that latest turnover. So an awesome about 45-second stretch for him, Mark, to get him back in this game. Just a 5-point difference. Got the pirate ship rocking here. The cheerleaders are enthused. But when was the last time the Cardington-Lincoln actually defeated this Centerburg team?
I'm going to go 2018 at Centerburg.
That's a really good guess. I saw Tanner Slusher in our comments section. Got it right. It was 2017. The last win came in February of that year. The Trojans on an 11-game win streak ever since. And they own now a 39-29 all-time record against the Pirates. So it was tied until this latest Trojan sweep. They've had it going on for a while.
Well, it's two schools, two programs with a great basketball history. You know, you look to our left and you see the 1996 state qualifier, the Final Four team here at Cardington. Centerburg had some outstanding teams throughout the years. So I'm sure there's been a lot of great competitive games between these two schools.
And we've got another one for you folks live and free here tonight. 2-possession game. Cardington gives it away, though. Excellent hands there, but they throw it out of bounds. Martin was the intended target, and it was just a little bit too strong from Reynolds.
17th turnover of the night for the Trojans.
And those two, typically, they've got such great feel in the open court.
Yes, as not exactly what you expected out of them tonight at all. Just haven't taken care of it.
It's left the window more than ajar here for the Pirates to continue this comeback. As Journey turns the corner, cut off here, double team. Someone's got to be left alone.
I'd like to see him go back to the pick and pop with Briggs. Let him attack on the wing, make the read off the ball screen. Instead, they're going back to that high post action, trying to keep it. Crockett going one-on-one to the middle.
He's had the hot hand, misfired that time. And for Centerburg, offense hasn't looked great so far in this fourth quarter, but a reach-in foul. And it's going to be team foul number 5 against the Pirates. They've got one more to give and just one team foul against Centerburg. So Cardington's a long way away from shooting free throws in the bonus.
Well, and it just means Centerburg can be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end and get after it a little bit, try to create some turnovers. If they foul, it's not really going to hurt them much. But I'm sure if you talk to Coach Rice, if you told him, hey, 3 minutes to go, 5-point game, would you be happy with it? He'd say yes, but now it's at 7.
There's Martin on the attack, taking the bump, finishing through contact. He's got 16 on the night. Briggs, the runner.
That's what I like. Wing ball screen, Briggs ISO'd. Saw that helper instead of going all the way in, pulled up just short, buried the little jumper. He's played a great ball game tonight, made good decisions with the basketball.
Martin's going to be fouled underneath. I think this is going to come on the floor. It will indeed, so it'll be the final foul to give here for the Pirates. As Centerburg will inbound underneath the hoop. Trigger man will be Reynolds.
Screen the screener. Pirates did a good job of guarding it. Stopped Colton Martin on the flash as well, so good job on that baseline out of bounds by the Pirate defense. Ooh, tough shot.
Whew. Toughest finish so far of the night for Harris, who's basically been able to get to the rack anytime he's wanted. That time cut off, but still able to send it home.
Well, somebody for the Pirates is going to have to make a 3 because the way they're guarding this ball screen, Briggs is going to find a shooter here in the next couple of possessions. Oh, beautiful take.
Huge bucket there by Martin.
So they're probably going to go back to this wing ball screen. Shooter's going to be open on the diagonal skip or in the backside corner.
Timeout taken by Lincoln after that A.J. Hall bucket. Take a second look at it. See Martin started to sag off a little bit late on the help side. allows Hall to knock it down, so trims the deficit back down to 7. Still very much alive in this. Got to get some stops, of course, or turn it into a free throw shooting contest and hope some front ends don't go down for Centerburg. But it's been, I think, about it as expected this game, Mark. I thought that we'd see Cardington come out and play with an inspired passion coming off of that overtime win against East Knox. They're like, man, it does feel good to win. And they've done it in front of this home crowd. We've got everything I think that we wanted tonight.
Well, if you're a Cardington fan, you have to be really, really proud of the effort of these young men. They have put it all on the line tonight against one of the best teams in the KMAC. Now, can they finish? Minute 34, go down 7. They're still in the ball game. I'm a little surprised they didn't extend the floor here. Looks like they're going to maybe settle into a 1-3-1 trap. Nope, they're going to man up. They're going to have to get up and get a turnover. They're going to have to foul quick here. They can't let this clock tick away too much.
Oh, nice look inside for Lawrence, who's really struggled scoring. Martin hasn't.
That hurts. You get the stop, but Martin with the offensive rebound, put back score.
Could be the dagger here for the Trojans on the road.
Pirates have to play with a sense of urgency. You're down to a minute.
They'll at least hang on to possession here. As Crockett let it tumble out of bounds, Williamson's going to check back in, and he'll replace Crockett.
I would guess you're going to see a quick hitter here try to run Williamson off of a screen or Hall off of a screen and see if they can get a quick 3.
Said it's going to be Briggs through traffic. Would have been a really challenging finish, but he's able to get possession back. Hall, bounce pass, inside. Too much. Great contest by Lawrence. And now looks like Cardington, they're going to have to foul, right?
Got to give the foul. Too much time's wasting off the clock. And they lost about 29 seconds there.
So the clock management here at the end of the game for the Pirates hasn't worked out really great in their favor over this last minute or so.
And again, it's part of the growing process. The coaches were trying to get them to foul. They weren't hearing it because of the crowd noise, but that's something that you have to understand coming out of practice situations. I have no doubt Coach Rice and his staff goes over late game situations, end of quarter situations, and practices those. Now it's up to the guys to get out there and execute those things and understand how the game works. Even if the coach isn't yelling it, down 9 with 45 seconds to go, you have to commit the foul.
And now they've got to get to work quickly on offense. They'll get a nice look here from Hall. Overshot it. Reynolds with the rebound. And that should just about ice it. I mean, you can't ask for a much better look.
Yeah, the Pirates have gotten some good looks that they wanted, just haven't been able to get them to go. The last few possessions have come up empty. Now Centerburg will step to line to really put the nail in the coffin here. Reynolds just played a nice game, nice floor game. We'll see if he can step up here and knock down a free throw or two.
Can't knock it down, but a break here for Centerburg as it's knocked off of the Pirates.
Well, and just like the last possession, Cardington gets a miss and can't bring in the defensive rebound to get possession. It goes back to the Trojans. They're just going to salt this one away.
Foul's going to come on Hall. They're going to put Martin on the line. Trying to add to his total here, 20. It's game tops right now. Have to make the first to earn the second. And this is going to turn out to be a bit of a gutsy win for Centerburg. I think they got all they could handle in that first half. They came out hot in the third and did what winning championship teams do, Mark, is they just made more plays here down the stretch.
Yeah, you win the games you're supposed to win, and that's what they've done. They found a way to win on the road, keep their hopes alive depending on what's going on over Fredericktown-Northmore game. But, yeah, they came in here and they're going to take care of business and at least give themselves a chance as they go forward into next week. Big picture, it's also another win in the win column as you're getting ready for tournament seedings. Every win is so critical to put that out there in front of those other coaches when you're trying to get to those spots that you want to dictate where you want to go.
And especially in that Division III Central District. I mean, what a meat grinder that is for Centerburg to play in. Always tough to try to escape out of there with a couple of wins and move on to even just the round of districts. But they'll at least escape here tonight with an 11-point victory over Cardington, who battled them tooth and nail to the final whistle. Stay with us, folks. We've got the OhioMeansJobs post-game show on the way that'll include an interview with our player of the game. So drop us a comment. Let us know who you think should come up here and talk with me and Mark about their performance in the season moving forward. Still plenty more to come. Keep it here. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We're back now with our Spherion Mid Ohio Player of the Game. Got the senior from Centerburg joining me right here now, Colton Martin. Game high 22 points for you in a tightly contested game here on the road. So tell me about kind of some of the ebbs and flows here tonight. Cardington, obviously, they've been struggling this season, but you guys made the plays that you needed to. Tell me about just hanging in there and then kind of putting the hammer down when you needed to at the end.
Yeah, they made a big run there at the first half. We just missing wide open layups, and they were hitting some threes, and then we just had to battle back. So,
for you got the party started for you guys. I think you had like 8 points in the first quarter, and then you had a big fourth quarter. Talk to me about the emphasis, perhaps, that you put on your shoulders as a senior leader for this team to come out hot and then also be the closer for this squad.
yeah, it's a big opportunity. It's I'm one of the seniors on the team, so I just have to take my role and do the best I can with it. Came out strong in the first half, then came out strong in the fourth quarter. So.
You needed this win here on the road to stay in the KMAC conversation with Fredericktown, of course, a couple of games ahead of you. So just the satisfaction of making sure that you did what you had to do to get the victory. What was some of the conversation within the locker room about what you guys were able to accomplish here tonight?
Yeah, just take it game by game because, every game matters at this point. We're a game behind. We just have to take every single game like it's our last game. So.
Just a couple more weeks until the tournament draw. It's crazy that it's coming up that quickly, and then you'll learn about your tournament fate. So for you and this team collectively, how do you feel like you are compared to where you want to be as we're heading into the playoffs?
I think we're going to be playing some good competition before we get into the tournament, so that'll prepare us for the tournament. And there's other teams we see there. So.
And what about for you as a senior? Obviously, this is your last season getting to play at the high school level, so understanding that playoffs are right around the corner here. What do you feel like you want to accomplish here over the last couple of weeks of the regular season and then as you get into the postseason?
Yeah. Wow. It's coming to an end quick. Just play every game like it's my last game because, I only have a few games left. And, it hurts, but it is what it is.
Well, I've definitely been impressed with you elevating your game from a season ago to the player that you are now. How much better do you feel like as an individual basketball player you've become?
Yeah, I feel like I've developed a lot better since last year. Last year, the group of seniors, they were on us in practice every single day, and they made us a better team. So.
All right, brother, if you want to take a look into that camera and give a shout-out to anybody who maybe helped you get here or someone you just want to say hi to, now's your moment.
Shout out to my family, my mom, my dad, my aunts, uncles, my cousin Maddox, our ball boy. Shout out to him.
All right, Colton Martin, our MVP, brought to you by Spherion Mid Ohio. Thanks so much for the time and congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be right back with our final stats and analysis. Stay with us.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he died.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Gotta climb higher, climb higher. Let the fire burn brighter. Be stronger, go longer. Climb
Welcome inside of the OhioMeansJobs Morrow County post-game show. Alongside Mark Bollinger, I'm Brian Skowronski, and gutsy performance tonight by both sides, but you got to give some love to the Pirates coming in off of a win, but they do fall to 5-14 on the season, and for Centerburg, doing what they needed to do at the end of the game, Mark, making some plays in the fourth quarter, and I mean, just get a win. That they needed this one. This was key.
They needed to get that win, and as you said, they've taken care of business. The beat goes on. They put another W in that column and get themselves to 9-2 in the KMAC, and just another nice, solid road win. And it was good to see getting some more secondary scoring besides Colton Martin, and they're going to need that as they get into tournament play because teams are going to do a real good job of focusing on him, and other guys are going to have to continue to step up for the Trojans.
Yeah, Trevin Harris definitely did that tonight. I thought he was outstanding with his penetration, and you mentioned it during the broadcast. A little surprised that the Pirates didn't recognize that and kind of force him to shoot from a little bit further out.
Right, he was getting whatever he wanted when he put the ball on the floor and was getting to the paint. Didn't make any perimeter jumpers, but when you can get to the 10 the way he was, why shoot it from outside?
Amen to that, brother. Let's take a look at the final stats of the night, brought to you by OhioMeansJobs of Morrow County. And the field goal situation, look like we're missing a couple of numbers here. I'm not sure what happened. I'll try to get these cleaned up for you guys. But I know 21 made field goals for the Trojans. They definitely dominated on the boards by 10 as well. And they gave it away 18 times, Mark. But when you force 23 turnovers, you can do that kind of stuff.
And that was, part of what we talked about with the Pirates was taking care of the basketball. They struggled from the field. Cardington did 15 of 47 for 32% on the night. But as much as they wanted to win, and it's hard to talk about positives after a loss, they have to take some satisfaction out of it just from the way that they played. So even though it's an L tonight, the Pirates should have continued to gain confidence in that growth process because they played a really good ball game tonight against a good Centerburg team.
And they're both so young, but especially for Cardington, you hate checking out on a season, and they definitely are not. You saw how dedicated they were to tonight, but it is cool knowing that you've got that many talented players and a great nucleus within the sophomore class you can build around moving forward.
And it's hard because when you have that much youth, you do look to the future, but you don't want to sacrifice the now.
Always.
And so they're trying to see that growth because next year's winning is great, 2 years after that winning is great, but we want to win now. You're putting in the time and effort. You want to see some of that instantaneous or short-term reward. But I thought the Pirates, again, took a nice step forward tonight. The sophomores are getting better. The juniors are getting better. Just real complimentary. And then I'm really, really proud of the leadership of the Pirates. They've got some seniors that, don't get to play much. They're on the bench, the JV team. They were fully engaged, have bought into their role, whatever it may be. Great enthusiasm in the Pirate program tonight, and it was just outstanding to see them supporting each other, the way they did tonight. So I think there's good things in the future for Cardington, and, of course, I think there's definitely good things in the future, near future, for Centerburg as well.
Yeah, no question about it. So let's take a look at the upcoming future here for Centerburg. They're going to be taking on Pleasant next week early on, and a pretty decent Pleasant squad that's been picking up some wins here in 2023. And for Cardington, they're going to be at home next week against Mount Gilead, another team that's kind of near the bottom of the KMAC. So an opportunity for them to close out the end of the regular season with some more confidence, and if not get a win, at least play tough.
Well, outside of KMAC action, Centerburg's going on a tour of Marion County. They're taking on Pleasant, then they have River Valley, then they have Elgin. So they're going to be facing some really good basketball teams, but especially when you look at those games against Pleasant and then at the end of the year against Elgin, those are two other teams that are going to be somewhere in the Central District Division III. So they're going to kind of get a feel for where they're at with those teams. But next week with Pleasant, good game, important game because of seeding purposes. They play, I believe it's Tuesday night, and then next Friday is when the coaches will put their seeds in, their votes for the seeding. So that Tuesday night game is going to definitely carry some weight against the Pleasant team. That's record's going to be a little under 500, but a lot of games against Division II schools will influence that. So big night there for Centerburg and Pleasant both.
Yeah, no question about that. And speaking of big games, how about the one going down right now inside of the castle that we have for you live and free if you want to flip over? It's just the start of the third quarter there. Fredericktown leads Northmore 32-27. And, of course, the Freddies, a 2-game lead, actually a 1.5-game lead now over Centerburg. If they were to lose, opens up a whole can of worms for this finale.
It opens it up, and I would guess that there's going to be a lot of phones on that Centerburg bus tuned into that basketball game.
No question about it. All right, Mark, well, it's been a lot of fun calling the action with you here tonight. Great game, always coming down here to KMAC country, so it's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. It's been a good one. We had a good one tonight, and onward we roll.
That's right. Plenty of action coming up tomorrow. We will have 3 live streams for you. I think I got the best one of the day. I'm going to be joined with Joe Baylog. We're going to Cary taking on Colonel Crawford for what is first place in the Northern 10.
That's a big one. That is a big one. Colonel Crawford got him the first time. Cary got Colonel Crawford the first time, yes.
Ended their 58-game regular season win streak.
Ended the winning streak.
I think there's a hint of bad blood there, Mark.
There might be, and I'm sure Colonel Crawford probably got a little chip on their shoulder. Plus,
indeed,
losing to Winford. I think the Eagles are going to come out with a purpose tomorrow night.
Well, if you want to find out, you can watch live and free beginning right around 6:30 p.m. But for tonight from Cardington, that's going to wrap things up. Nice game for the Pirates, but they lose by 11, 59-48, your final score. Got to thank all of our generous sponsors for bringing you tonight's action live and free, and then also our production crew, Adam Thompson, Jory Hollenbeck, our camera lady, but most especially you, the fans out there, for tuning in. For Mark Bollinger, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from the Pirate Ship.